Now you're obviously going to need some fluid. For this build, we are just using simple distilled water when it comes to fan. And then on top of that, you've got MC, actually I don't even remember the part number, but it is their MicroRes V2. It's not the flashiest looking reservoir out there, but it's cheap. I mean, you can get these for 25 bucks brand new. And it comes with all the hardware, obviously, to mount it, and it's got multiple port options, and it's very anti-turbulent with this little shelf in here. I highly recommend this reservoir if you're on a budget. You're going to need some fans, obviously, for your radiator. Fans are one of those things where noise is certainly the #1 issue when it comes to fan. And then on top of that, you've got static pressure, and you want to make sure you can get the air through your fans. Now what I have right here are Yates-Loon medium speed fans. These are the D12 SM12. So this is the medium speed fan right here, which is absolutely water coolers. If you ask any form, any water cooling expert, they'll probably tell you for the best bang for the buck fan, Yates-Loons are where you want to go. And you can get these fans for $4 on various water cooling sites and parts sites. I've sleeved these myself, that way they don't look as bad. They do come with bare wires. These are sleeved already. And we're going to be using these fans because of their amazing performance to sound ratio. For $4, you can't go wrong. Yates-Loon fans, definitely consider those. Now you're obviously going to need some fluid. For this build, we are just using simple distilled water. Tap water is no good. Purified drinking water is no good. You want distilled water. It's a process that gets rid of all of the impurities and all of the minerals inside of the fluid, and this is the best thing that you can go with for your system. And when you're doing distilled water, you have to have a way to stop the growth, so you're going to want to go with some sort of an anti-algae additive. This is just PT Nuke. 2 drops of it is all you're going to need for the entire loop. You could pre-treat the water. I wouldn't recommend it. Just add it to your system after it's all put together and bleeding. People are going to ask, what about colored fluids, or what about like the nano fluid behind you? Fluids are one of those things that have been debated for as long as I've been water cooling, which is easily 10 years. And distilled water is always one of the best performing fluids that you can possibly put in. But because it doesn't have any anti-corrosives in it, if you start mixing metals like copper